Hello everyone, this is Celeste with ProLemon and I'm here to do a review on PropertyData. So PropertyData is a tool for investors and developers to make better decisions when they're investing in residential property. So today we are going to be looking at the features of PropertyData. We are going to look at the pricing, talk about the pros and cons, and see if this is a tool for you. So first, let's start off with who can use PropertyData. So as I said, PropertyData can be used by investors or developers, pretty much anyone who is interested in investing in property. If you're a beginner or if you've been doing this for a while, it can be used for anyone. So before we jump into the features, let's look at the pricing. So here is the pricing. We have the basic, pro, and the max for £14, £22, and then £45 a pound, and those are monthly. You can also choose to pay annually if you want to. And then we have the pricing plans based off of credits. So credits is anytime you use a certain feature. From what I've seen, any feature has been about 1 credit. We will see as we look through the features, but it'll tell you what each feature is worth, if it's worth 1 credit, etc. and so forth. And then you can save certain local areas, you can save plots, you have postcode data for these higher pricing plans, you can download to PDF, etc. So you have quite a bit. So let's go ahead and look at the features. I'm going to go back to the first page of the website. So here are the main categories that PropertyData specializes in. They have research, source, and then evaluate. So within the research, they have local data, postcode data, yield hotspots, and chart library. And so let's go ahead and look at a few of those right now. Alrighty, and it'll also walk you through every single feature as well. I forgot to mention is that in the about section, they also have tutorials for PropertyData, and I always enjoy when a software tool provides tutorials or provides, just a guide to using their tool, because you never know who's completely new to that certain niche. This is one of my first property investing tools. So I really appreciate those tutorials and I really enjoy them, and I think they're beneficial for everyone. So here with the local data, you can pretty much put anything. It'll give you an example if you want to, and as you can see right here, hopefully you can see it, it's very light on my screen, but it'll say cost 1 and then it's the credit, and you have your total amount of credits at all time. So you don't have to worry about counting everything like that because it'll do it for you. And so let's actually put one of the things that they have. We'll put this in search. So I just wanted to show you visually how it looked. In general, their data is very clear and very easy to view. In my opinion, it's not too complex. And so you can also see the define that data area. You will see a map brought up. There you go, it's loaded now. You'll see a map brought up of the location that you looked, and this is for the locate data feature. And so in general, anytime you're looking at a location, they will bring up a map for you. So I really enjoy that because I can physically see, okay, what is the property around it like, what are the towns around it, the cities, etc. And then you can also generate data. You have a certain amount of data points, etc. So you have quite a bit, and this is only one feature. So let's go ahead and look at something else that's a bit different. The postcode data is about the same. It'll show you a map based on the postcode that you put in. So let me go to the yield spots just so that we can see some differentiation between the features. So here are the yield hotspots, and it'll let you know when it is updated, which is today, May 8th, currently as I'm filming. So that is the updated hot spots for me, it'll say region, postcode, average yield, average price, average pounds per square feet, and then some excess data that you can view over here off to the side. So that is kind of with the research. You also have a newsroom for the latest property market news that you can view, so that is very beneficial. And we'll go ahead and move on to the source category or source feature. Alrighty, so with the source you have quite a bit, and I won't go through all of them. I'm gonna go through a few just so that you can visually see how each of it looks. If you want a written review with pictures of each feature, we have that on our Pearl Lemon Properties website for this property data software that you can see. And here are the features. So there's quite a bit, and I cannot go through all of them. So I'm just gonna go through this one real quick. And we'll put the example 3015. And they found around 4 properties, and here is the little coin again, or credit. It cost 1, and you can search. So as you can see, this looks very similar to the, I believe, the local data that I did. This is the unmodernized properties. So you're not getting the same information, even though it looks the same because it's on, maps. But you have to make sure you recognize what you are looking for. So the unmodernized is properties to be extended, modernized, or developed. Repossessed are properties for sale after repossession. So you have all these different properties to look at in different categories, and you just have to make sure you're clicking the right one that you want to look for, and then it'll show a map if it's that kind of feature to show a map of a location. So I promise you it's not all the same information. It is geared toward whatever you search, if that makes sense. So we'll move on to the evaluate. And if I don't try a certain feature that you are particularly interested in, you can go ahead and try this out for yourself and see if they have all the features that you're interested in. If they don't, so you just can get to know more about the tool. So here is the few features for the evaluate section. You have valuation, the comparables, the mortgage finder. So you have quite a bit on here that I find very interesting, and it definitely saves time. You have development calculator, council tax lookup. So you have more of the numbers, I guess you could say, in terms of the investment, because we all know that investment is about the numbers and the property, etc. So you have all the numbers within the evaluate section over here. So overall, I think that PropertyData provides a significant amount of features for property investment. So I am really impressed with everything. And that's pretty much it. Again, they definitely have a whole lot of features that I can't go into every single one, but we do have a review written on PropertyData for Pearl Lemon Properties. You can just search up Pearl Lemon Properties, PropertyData review, or something like that. So let's go ahead and talk about the pros and cons. So the pros is that it helps with decision making, saves time on research and gathering information. You have access to tutorials to help you throughout the way, and overall it's fairly easy to use. All you're doing is just entering in information, and it will calculate or reveal whatever you need to see. And as for the cons, I couldn't find any, so that is really great. I really don't find any cons. I try to be very picky about what I'm reviewing so that, everyone has different preferences. You may find a con, you may find more pros, less pros, etc. So it varies from person to person. Personally, I couldn't find any cons with PropertyData because I think that it can definitely help with your property investment. So overall, that concludes PropertyData. Definitely check it out for yourself. See if this is a tool for you. And overall, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching.